close that.
The screen for the PP.
Hola, muy buenos días para todos y bienvenidos a nuestra sesión de información con Great Plains College. Es un gusto, como siempre, saludarlos. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros para descubrir, para aprender un poco más sobre esta alternativa maravillosa en la provincia de Saskatchewan. Para quienes no me conocen, mi nombre es David Arango y soy el director regional de ventas para MSM. Y nos acompaña aquí también mi colega Dayana Hurtado en Perú, nuestra country manager. Dayana, buenos días.
Buenos días, David. Buenos días, Seno. Buenos días a todos nuestros agentes y bienvenidos a nuestra sesión de hoy.
Y nos acompaña una invitada muy especial, nuestra colega, la gerente de producto, Seno Tepa, quien en un momento más va a presentarnos todas estas alternativas maravillosas, los programas, los requisitos de admisión y qué es lo que hace especial a nuestro college en la provincia de Saskatchewan. Antes de iniciar y para resolver el tema de las preguntas, recuerden que si tienen alguna la pueden hacer a través del botón Q&A que está ubicado en la parte inferior de la pantalla y las preguntas las resolveremos al final de esta sesión. Así que nuevamente bienvenidos. Thank you so much, Seno, for being here with us this morning. Appreciate your time and appreciate the presentation that you are about to conduct for our agents. Welcome, and you can take it from here.
Yeah.
Seno, you are muted. Okay.
All right, got it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, David. Thank you, Diana, for giving me this opportunity, to connect with our agents and our partner across your region. And I'm more than happy to, to answer to any questions or any queries that they may have to the best of my knowledge and capability. All right. What I would like to do today is, I know it's a presentation that probably, everybody has it, and I wanted to cover three major things over here today. The first thing is I would like to explain a little bit about Great Plains College. What are the offerings and what do we have for our students, right? The first thing. The second thing that I would like to cover is also the province of Saskatchewan. Like, why should somebody go to Saskatchewan to study? The last thing is wanted to discuss a little bit about the opportunities that a student may get, or like if somebody's looking for a kind of job or stay back or things like that, a little bit. So more than happy to welcome any sort of questions by the end of this presentation. So first of all, I will just start off with my slides. Great Plains College is one of the 7 regional colleges in Saskatchewan. So Saskatchewan has 7 regional colleges, and we are one of them. B here, as you can see boldly over here, is our new tech. It's it came in 2020, where we wanted to tell and inform our students that come here and be here for this, study this, have a career, live here, and stay here, kind of a thing. And before we go into the presentation, this is also aligned with the government of Saskatchewan. Not very long ago, I had a training session and a session with the Ministry of Education in Saskatchewan and the CBIE, in where it has been clearly mentioned about the intention of how they want the student to come and stay there and be here, kind of a thing. So that's what it is. Coming straight over here, so Saskatchewan, as we all know, is located right in the middle of in Canada, between Alberta and Manitoba. So many of us may be aware of it. We have one of the highest sunshine. So, and we are also known as the land of agriculture. So if you have students who are looking to make a career in such kind of agriculture or other things, this is a great place for them. It has a magnificent sunset, and we're filled with friendly people around. So it is a great place for international students to come over, mingle, and settle over there. This is where we are, as I mentioned before, is right in the middle of Canada, between Alberta and Manitoba. That's where you can find us. I will just pull this down over here. Yeah. Why Saskatchewan? Many people would ask me, we have amazing provinces like Ontario, or maybe British Columbia, and places like that. One thing for sure is that the cost of living in Saskatchewan is comparatively lower. And also within Saskatchewan, the location where Great Plains College is very, very economical. So it is very good for students who are looking to get a certificate or a qualification from a public institution. At the same time, wanting to get a career out of it, it's perfect for them. Point number 2, as mentioned over here, it is culturally very diverse, and it's a very welcoming, it's a very friendly place for international students to come and get settled, to get mingled. The other thing about is the weather condition. As I mentioned before, we have one of the highest numbers of sunshine days. We have winter, spring, fall, and summer. Yes, it is true that we do get a lot of snow in winter, and we would like to, we usually recommend all our students to come prepared as they make the preparation to come to our college. These are the 2 major cities, Saskatoon and Regina, and Saskatoon is one of the largest city in Saskatchewan. Our campus, we have a couple of campuses where we welcome international students. Swift Current is one of them. It is around 2.5 hours away from Saskatoon. And the capital city, it is around, again, 2.5 hours away from Swift Current. And from the Kendersley campus, it is around 4 hours and 2 hours, respectively. So that's where the location of our campuses are, if you're looking around big city and then the surroundings. Another thing which is important over here for many of our students is, part-time jobs opportunity. What I usually encourage students is that if we talk about Swift Current as a city, sometimes students usually study there for 4 months, and during their break, their summer break, they would go to these larger cities and they will do a part-time job. They will stay there for a couple of weeks and months. And then once the session starts, then they will come back to the campus. So it's important for them to also understand the distance between these two cities. Again, as I said, international programs are open at our Kendersley campus, Warman campus, and Swift Current campus. Swift Current campus being the largest one, many of our programs are based in this campus. Kendersley is, it's important for us to know about the city a little bit as well. We have an approximate of 500 in the community, and the surrounding totaling of around 20,000 people around there. So that's where the campus is, the one campus. The second one is the Swift Current, which is the 6th largest city in Saskatchewan with a population of around 20,000. So this is where, the major campus is, where many of our students usually would take up in this campus. Warman is a comparatively smaller campus. It is the 9th largest city in Saskatchewan with a population of approximately 11,000. And it is around 15 minutes away from Saskatchewan, so very, very close by to the major city. Now, just letting you guys know a little bit about Great Plains College overall. As you are, and you may be already aware of it, we are a recognized public institution based out in Saskatchewan. We have a DLI, therefore we are able to recruit international students. Some of our USPs, if people ask me, would be, the close-knit community within the campus, which is also, in term as like a close, small-sized classroom where the faculties are able to give individual attention to each of our students. Very, very friendly people, from the professor, the tutor, to the surrounding. So, it's a home away from home, actually. So that's what we have. And we also have a very active sports club. We call it a Sun Dog. So many students, international students would ask, like, if there's any facility for volleyball or football or things like that. We have it in the campus for those people who are active in sports. There are around approximately 4,500 full-time students, part-time students, everything put together. That is what we have at the moment. The campus also offers a lot of club, student association, cafes, and things like that. So the institution overall is built to welcome international students, and we have been recruiting international students for quite some time now. This is known as as you can see in the picture over here, it is the Newcomer Welcome Center. Now, initially, as I mentioned, the city and the province itself is, like the city, particularly where we are from, we have a very close-knit community where we want to welcome every newcomer. Like, we want to give them, the best transition that they could. So this is a particular initiation by the government. It's called the Newcomer Welcome Center, where they will assist all newcomers, irrespective of where they're coming from. It could be somebody who has just got a PR and came to Saskatchewan. It could be a student coming in to study in Saskatchewan, to make them comfortable to have, to transition, easily into the society. So that is where we are. You can connect with them if you have a student to, let's say, find an accommodation for yourself, or maybe if you want to meet your fellow citizenship, like if you want to meet up with people from your country, so you can get in touch with them. They are very, very active on social media. They have an active Facebook page. You can go over there and then get in touch with them, and they'll be more than happy to, to welcome you, to assist you and support you. So I highly encourage all of our international students to get in touch with them, initially when they're coming over. We have amazing programs, and many of our programs are job-ready programs. So we usually don't have those typical, bachelors of arts or bachelors of commerce or things like that. We have more of a diploma and certificate, which is very hands-on, and it is completely built based on the need of the province as well. So when it comes to career after job, or things like that, it becomes quite easy for each one of our students. Some of the programs that we have, which of course we can discuss in detail later, is the administrative assistant. It's a 1 academic year program that's 9-month certificate, and this is available in Swift Current campus. We are open in January and September. The other program we have is the business diploma, which is a 2-year program, and it is offered in both the campuses, like 2 campuses, Swift Current as well as the Warman campus. Warman is a smaller campus, and Swift Current the larger one. People can take specialization in management or human resource. So it's a 2-year diploma. The other program, which is extremely popular, is continuing care assistant. It's a 9-month program where there is also, a work placement attached to it. So a student will have to do a work placement as well along with this program. Next is the youth care worker diploma. Again, a 2-year diploma programs that we have. This is a fairly new program, and students, if they're interested, they can apply for it. Yeah. So this is, a little bit about the job opportunities, the average salaries that we have. Administrative assistant, the average salary will go around 50,000 Canadian dollars, and things like that. So this particular slide will just give you information about what student will do after the programs. Same thing over here. The admissions requirement is very, very, very simple. We're looking for post-secondary qualification to be eligible. We also require an IELTS score of 6.5 with no module less than 6. We do accept Duolingo if you guys have that, and 115 is what we're looking for. Yeah. Business diploma. Again, we all know the versatility of the business management and things like that. So it's mainly for people who are looking to explore in that region. Currently in Saskatchewan, the average salary is going at around 79,000 Canadian dollar approximately, for management position, and 66,000 Canadian dollars for human resource position. Yeah. Admissions requirements are pretty similar across the program, so I'm not gonna touch base on there again. Yeah. This is the continuing care. It has been, and it is still one of the most demanding programs that we have. Just because of the kind of work that people get right after the program. So if you guys have any students, or if you have a student who's interested to have a job as a continuing care assistant, like a long-term care facility, private home care facilities and things like that, this is just perfect for them. Yeah. Admissions requirement is pretty much the same. So yeah. Youth care worker diploma, again, as I said, this is a fairly new program that we have. The average salary of this program goes to about 50,000 Canadian to 52,000 Canadian dollar at the moment. Career opportunities are available in Saskatchewan, and this is a very unique program. You will find this program mainly in other colleges or other institutions in Saskatchewan. So yeah. Um, so that's pretty much the programs that we run in the campus at the moment. Very, very specific, very, very career focused, job focused kind of a program. If you have any student who is interested, they can submit an application. We are still open for September 2021 intake, and we can also accept application for January 2022 intake. We do understand that there's a global pandemic going on, and but we want to give hope to each one of our applicants that we will definitely have a way or the other to accommodate them in a way or the other. So be it the travel policy, be it the like the what do you call, the protocols set by the government, we have all of those in place with us. Yeah, we have a very simple application process. If you have somebody who's interested to apply, there is a paper-based form as well as which is available with all our team members, or you can also go online and submit your application form. The application fee is 125 Canadian dollar. It can be paid. It has to be paid through Flywire, and once you submit that, we also need the scanned copies of all your secondary and post-secondary transcript. Along with that, the IELTS or the language proficiency score is needed if you are from a country that where English is not your first language. Yes, and then it will take us approximately a week's time for us to, if everything is submitted, it will take us approximately a week's time to give you a decision on your application. So that is how you can apply. It's as simple as that. We also have amazing team members like David and Diana in your region. You can get in touch with them, and they will be happy to assist you with your application. This is the acceptance process. Once you receive the admissions letter, you have to pay 50% tuition deposit within 30 days. For some reason, if you wanted to extend that date, you can just let us know, and then we are happy to wait for student for another week, too, depending on when they are arranging the funds. Yeah, so that's how it works. Once we receive your deposit, then we will send you the acceptance document, which will be used for your visa for your study permit application. This normally takes around 4 to 5 business days. But for CCA, it takes a little longer. It takes 3 weeks. So you might want to tell that to your students accordingly. Yes, this is some of our USP. Why Great Plains College? Very, very simple. It is Saskatchewan. There is no place like Saskatchewan in Canada. Like, it's a province where the economy is growing, and it has one of the strongest economies. It is a place where there is job opportunity. It is a place where the government themselves are willing to let students stay back. They're literally asking people to study and stay, So that is one thing why people should come. The other reason is if there are students who are looking for, a PR or a stay back, things like that, we have an amazing SINP program, which is kept in place by the government. So that allows students to apply for a PR and things like that once they complete the program. So this is also one of the major attractions when it comes to Saskatchewan overall. From the college point of view, we are a small size classroom. We have a small size classroom, excellent student support. We have had a lot of international students in the past that has made us, completely aware of what we should have for all our incoming students and things like that. Yeah. So that is another thing. Another thing which I have been, I think, quoting again and again is a small needed community, a sense of community is there in the campus. So you are not like left alone in the crowd or things like that. Yeah. So that is it pretty much about the province, about Saskatchewan, about the programs. And I will welcome any sort of questions from you guys. And I will need the help of David and Diana in terms of translating and things like that. Yeah.
Absolutely, Sena. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Really interesting presentation. Well, I'm going to get started with the questions, and this is about in-person teaching for fall 2021. So have you heard anything about that? Can you give us the latest updates? So that's the first thing. And the second thing would be about vaccination for international students. So provided students would get their visas on time and so forth, they will arrive on campus, but for whatever reason, they haven't been able to get their vaccination at their home country. Do you have any information related to their accessibility to vaccination in the province of Saskatchewan once they have cleared the quarantine process?
Yeah, so the first question of yours, which is in-person classes, as of April, we were in the process that we are hoping that all of our students will be able to make it, considering that they will get the visa and things like that. So far the information, or so far the discussion that is going on, is we are hoping that we will be able to have students in the campus, and we will have a full-fledged in-person class. Should the situation worsen, and a situation comes where students are not able to come, I am sure that there would be a decision made on how we want to accommodate those students, and we have done that in the past as well. So if there is any information or update on that, we can share it with all our students. Point number one. Vaccination, Canada at this point, there was an announcement that I saw that vaccinations will be required to travel to Canada. So we are strictly, I am, and then even the team here is strictly, what do we call, informing all our students that do not just book your flight and come over. There is a travel plan, and there are documents that student has to sign before they come, especially for quarantine, for many other things as well. So if you have received your visa already and you are in the process of booking a ticket and then flying over, please get in touch with any of our team member. You can email, I mean, of course, David and you guys are there. You can also email Global One and Great Plains College. You can email admissions at Great Plains College as well, and we will be able to assist you with that. Also, towards the I think towards the end of July, or maybe mid of July, we will be hosting student interaction session, so that all of their doubts and queries that they have will be cleared, and by then we will have a clear information of what's going to happen when it comes to teaching modules and things like that. So that's the plan that we have so far. Those are the informations that we have in terms of vaccination and in terms of in-person class.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Diana, any questions from your end to get started?
Yeah, well, I have some questions about these programs, Continuum Care Assistant and Youth Care Worker. If you can tell us a little more about the clinical placements or the practicums that they can get it, please.
Yes, so the over here, as you can see, so in the Continuing Care Assistant program, this will include 3 clinical placements throughout the program, throughout the duration of the program. So students are required to also have a work visa, like an internship visa, which they can apply when they reach Canada, or if they want to apply along with their original application, they can do that as well. So this is mainly work that happens within the like to give them an experience of the world, real world experience. Once they finish the program, they have to go out in the market and they have to work. So we wanted to give them some experience on that. So for the continuing care assistants, there will be 3 placements throughout the programs of short durations. And again, for the youth care, we have 2 practicum placement throughout the program. So this is where these are not paid in most cases. So you need to let the student know that they can be working in a shelter home or youth care center, or group homes and things like that. So mainly to give them some exposure in terms of work, to give them some work experience as well as the study. So mainly it's on them. Yeah, so those are the things. If there's anything more, just let me know. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Seno. And also I would like to know if they can get a pathway with some university or over Saskatchewan, if they study, for example, a youth care worker diploma, or the continuum care assistant.
Yeah. At the moment, we don't have any specific institutions or university or colleges that we are articulated with. So there is no such agreement at the moment. However, if you have a student who, say, has taken up the any program in Great Plains, it can be the business program or continuing care, any program, and if they wish to move on to some other school, they can always apply for the credit transfer, because they would have completed and they would have earned some credit from us already. So, say they want to get into a bachelor's program, after completion of this program. So I'm sure, depending on the school that they are transferring to, some credit can be waived off. So that is what we have at the moment. Unfortunately, we don't have any like an articulated pathway or things like that to offer to student currently.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Seno. That's good to know.
One of the things that agents are usually asking us, Seno, is about scholarships. So can you tell us a little bit about that? Do we have scholarships? If we do, how do they work? Are they applicable for the first year, for admission, for the second year? Are they merit-based or talent-based? Or can you walk us through that process, please?
Yes, it was in the, I think last year, we introduced an amazing scholarship and we did promote the scholarship as well. I'm not sure if it's reached every student, but we do have entrance scholarship that can be as little as $500 and can go up to 5,000 Canadian dollars as well. So usually when a student apply to Great Plains College, they would be given a condition of letter and they would pay and they would be given an acceptance letter. There is a deadline for scholarship and every student is welcome to apply for that. It's not for everyone though. It is for selected student. It will be, we normally look into the extracurricular activities they've done, their academics and things like that. And also they will have to write a piece of, like an essay kind of a thing where they need to explain why they deserve this. It's a very simple piece of information that they need to share with the scholarship team. So that is what we have. We have that for September fall 2021 as well, and we will be having that in the future as well. So that's the kind of scholarship that we have. I would encourage all of the applicants to go through the Great Plains websites to keep an eye on the deadline of the scholarship, so that when they're applying, they know that okay, this is a deadline of the scholarship, and I must submit my scholarship application along with it. Yeah. So yes, we have scholarships for every individual. They can apply for it. Yeah. I can hear
Unmuted.
you.
And just to
David,
clarify,
David.
just to clarify on that point, Seno, so you mentioned that these are admission scholarships. So, for example, for the business diploma and the youth worker diploma that are 2 years in duration, would the scholarship also apply for the second year, or this is like a one-time only type of scholarship?
So these scholarship that I'm mentioning right now are the entrance scholarship. So it is new entrance and not a continuing
Mhm.
or next
Okay.
kind of a scholarship. So these are entrance scholarship given opportunity to people who wants to come to Great Plains. So they should, and I encourage all of them. And we do it. We do promote this through our Asian network as well. Whenever there's a deadline coming in with a deadline and things like that, so they can watch out for that.
Okay, great. In terms of benefits for dependents, Seno, we know that students can bring their dependent family members, children can work at the public schools in the province, and then dependents would have an open work permit. But are there any other benefits specifically within our college for dependent family members, for kids, any type of programs that could our agents promote with the students and their family members?
Well, I do know that from the immigration point, there is an opportunity for them to apply for the dependent and then come over and study and work and things like that. At Great Plains College, not Great Plains specifically, but in Saskatchewan, there are programs like the Newcomer Welcome Center where they can also, support them in terms of job finding, and you understand what I mean, like help them through the initial phase of their, coming to the city or the province overall. So these are some kind of great initiative, I would say, taken by the government overall to support all the people coming into Saskatchewan. So as of now, I can think of that when you're looking for support in terms of the dependent. Yes, that is one. And of course, the general support like, free education and open work permit. I mean, all those kind of things are available. Yeah.
Okay, great. I have a question here through WhatsApp from one of our agents, and they are
Mhm.
asking the validity of the pricing that we have mentioned and the validity of their start date. So, is the pricing valid for applications throughout 2021, for 2022 starters and 2021 starters, or do we have an expiry date for our pricing for this year?
So every year, like every academic year, there's always a change in the tuition. And when we say change, we are looking for like a 2% or a 3%, hike in terms of the tuition fee. Application fee, when you say pricing, I hope you're talking about the fees, right, in terms of tuition.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So
Annual
that
fee.
is what it is.
Mhm.
Normally, there is always a slight change from one academic to the other academic year. and it's always a change of a little hike of 2 to 3%, something like that. So for the next term, there will be a hike, which I don't have information yet on that, of how much exactly it will be, which the finance will release, and then we can share it to the agent once it is clear. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. And I think that is the extent of the questions that we've had for today's session. Thank you so much, Seno, for your time, for answering these questions, and for being here with us this morning. And to all of our agents, thank you so much. Muchísimas gracias por su asistencia, por su interés y sus preguntas. Más adelante les estaremos enviando la presentación y el video de esta sesión. Así que tengan un buen resto de martes y nos vemos muy pronto. Thank you, Seno. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank
Gracias,
you.
Diana.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.
Muchísimas gracias a
Yes.
nuestros agentes. Hasta luego.